Hey Guru Lady. Well, my hair's wet, and that was possibly my favorite song by Radiohead, which is Idiotic. Um, Possibly. I have not yet inquired deeply enough into the albums of In Rainbows and OK Computer, so it's hard to say, but I'm guessing because, oh man, this just sends me into another world, eh? Like that video that you showed me in the last video, uh, of Tom York dancing to Lotus Flower. Ugh, how good is it? Not just good because he's like a total babe and genius, amazing wizard creature man, but also just the fact that, whoa, you almost feel a connection to him when he dances like that, because his music just in general, especially the last couple of albums, just inspire you to dance like that anyway. Like before I'd even seen that video or seen any video of him dancing, I would dance in a similar manner. Not being cocky, not being like I'm the best dancer, I dance like Tom York, but yeah, there's definitely something about that music which inspires such awesomely erratic, spidery moves, like that, and yeah, puts you in a meditative space, makes you feel like a creature wizard. I love it. I often dance to it in my spare time, and not spare time. Um, Similar to the way you probably also watch YouTube videos. I haven't seen anything else other than Dan is Not on Fire, but boy did that blow my mind back in study break. What other ones have you gotten into? 'Cause yeah, maybe I'll need it for next time. What are some good YouTubers? Is your question? Um, hats on heads. I reckon. Okay, well, first off, I should tell you that I have not looked this up. This is coming from my own creative knowledge, trying to answer these without an extra source. Um, I reckon they either use a homemade paste, like flour, and you know you can make your own glue, and just lather it a little strip around there. And on hot, sweaty days when that would get too soggy and sappy and loud and annoying and just generally a bit sticky and weird, I actually just reckon just the fact that they don't have hair that hats rub around on and move on, like the suction of the scalp would just ensure that it doesn't fall or something. Like it would just grip to the skin better, unless you've got a really, really, really silky, silky, silky sack of scalp tissue. In which case, I don't know. I don't know. Those silky scalpies would have it tough, I guess. Lucid dreaming. I reckon, yeah, kind of like what you said, undeveloped brain. Oh, more like we have an overdeveloped brain and we can differentiate the real world and the dream world, whereas kids, the line is kind of hazy. I mean, their real world, what we would call the real world, is so dreamlike anyway. They believe in magic and fairies, and not saying those aren't real or anything, but you know what I mean. Like they, anything is possible all the time. So that must put the brain in like a sort of relaxed and able state to be able to um, just almost feel like we're conscious all the time. I don't know, maybe it's part of experiencing dreams for the first time as well. So like when your brain isn't so used to them, almost like if you saw TV for the first time, you'd run and you'd go and watch it and you'd be like, whoa! And then slowly, the more it happens, it just kind of fades into the background and you wouldn't be so drawn into it. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's something to do with that as well. Certainly, I feel that we live in a world that is so literal, to the extent of being vulgar. That, yeah, we almost can't break that wall. It's just too far away for us to even grasp. Yeah. That's me rambling for ages. Sorry. Oh God, I probably bored you to death. Oh well. Oh, what was it? Something that makes me cringe. Something that makes me cringe. Ah, when it's a bit selfish. It's when I realize that I'm doing something really annoying, like when someone draws to my attention the fact that I'm being really annoying. Oh, and I'm like, oh God, I am being annoying. God, that's so annoying. And then I just get annoyed at that whole thought process, and I just get all cringy. I'm like, cringe. Oh God, I'm cringing at myself. And then I just get in this like big cringy whirlpool of death. I also would like to say how I am really happy to see that the title of your last, oh, it wasn't your last video, your penultimate video, was called The One Where Laura blah blah blah, and I was like, she's been so inspired by Friends. Look at her naming titles in the same manner. I could so see a little Friends lover there when I read that title. And I'm kind of hoping that when people look up Friends episodes on YouTube now, that pops up and people get to watch your pretty face talk about rubbish when they press on it thinking they've found a Friends episode. Anyway, this is 7 minutes of bullshit, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope that didn't put you to sleep into one of your naps that you say you fall into so often. I've never seen you fall into a nap. But maybe you'll be napping now. Anyway, Merry Christmas. I am actually about to come over to your house, maybe. I'm going to go on a run with my new headphones. They're awesome. I actually do feel like napping, believe it or not. But I'm not going to do that because I've been lazy. You know when, like, your laziness just kind of becomes a cyclical thing and you don't ever get energy because you're like, oh, I've had so much rest, I'm just a lazy blob. And you're like, oh. And then you go for a run and you're like, oh, I'm actually not tired at all. I should have. Okay, bye.